we are live. Would you... Oh, no.
Yeah, it's that time again. It's 2020. I've got to keep reminding myself it's 2020. So Happy New Year to you all. Happy New Year.
That was
I've
almost...
reversed this.
Is there a Happy New Year song that I didn't know anything about?
Yeah. Never mind. We'll do it next year. Yeah, we'll
Happy
practice.
New Year
I
to
think-
you. Happy New Year. Is that a real thing?
You're
We
supposed
wish you
to.
a Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to me. Where's my present?
Where's all the streamers and things that I sent you that you were supposed to pop and things? And
I didn't get any.
I said to Mama Fox, next year we're getting like a pack of 6 party poppers, and that'll be our entire New Year celebrations.
I saw the postman walk past covered in a load of paper streamers, and I thought he was just setting a new trend, mate.
Actually, we've had a rocket firework outside our house at our front garden wall for since bonfire night, and it's still there on the pavement. Yay, local council!
Yeah,
right. And then next year I will send the party poppers and things out so we can have a celebratory New Year welcome.
Oh yeah, the old
Like we've got planned. But
just to clarify for non-UK viewers, that's party poppers, the legal paper thing, not anything illegal and illicit.
Yeah, it's not that sort of party.
Yeah, the only hardcore stuff we have in the party is Ted's gin.
Yeah.
That's pretty hardcore.
Ted doesn't share his gin. What do you mean?
Well, I said we. Obviously,
hang on a minute. There was a bit of a flutter there. Did you say shared the gin?
he spilled a drop once, and he had to have 6 weeks of physio on his neck and shoulder.
I
tried to catch it.
Yeah, I cut that piece of floor out just so that I could.
You won't even share the olive that goes in it.
Olives in gin.
Oh no, that's martinis, isn't it?
He's there going, that's absorbed some gin, can't be having that.
Well, good evening and welcome to the first eModels live stream of the new year of the live stream of 2020. We'll have all the usual fun, mayhem, giveaways. Don't forget, we did have a giveaway that we were giving away tonight from the Christmas show. So if you haven't seen it, if you haven't entered, go along and do it now. There's lots of people have entered it. So you've still got that little bit of time left before we choose the random picked person from the random person picker. Thing.
This show is not scripted.
Yeah. Does something that gives that away?
We're all professionals here, just professional other things, not.
Yeah.
I seem to have got it locked on me. I'm just wondering why everybody else isn't moving around and chatting.
No, it's not locked on you, Ted. Don't worry.
No, it's locked on me at this side. So I was just looking at myself.
You locked it on you. That's just the ultimate.
Yeah.
I was getting a frame around the photograph.
Yeah. I was getting a little bit frightened of seeing myself all the time. But good evening, everybody, and welcome to this this merry lot. Oh, there will be merry. Excuse me, over Christmas. Starting on the left-hand side. Colin, put that cup down and say hello.
Hello, peeps. Hope you all had a good Christmas, and I hope you're all having a good New Year so far.
Yes, yeah. And I'm forgetting everybody's name. It's only been Christmas. Chris. Yeah, Chris. Hello, Chris.
Yeah, Christmas and Chris, they go together quite easily. It should be easy.
There should be a little bit of a hint in there.
How are you, everybody? Happy New Year. Hope you're all enjoying yourselves, and welcome to the show.
And the one and only, the one that we can't do without because he's got the buttons, is Foxx. Good evening, Foxx.
Hello, willkommen auf the live stream. Happy New Year to everybody. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Birthday, L'chaim, and all that stuff. And welcome to 2020. Not only a new year, but a new decade.
A new decade, yeah. So I'll just have a look around the corner. Is anybody else? There's nobody else. That seems to have all.
Nope.
That's us all done. So now what?
Mark Combs was asking in the chat, how do we enter the competition? Put a comment on the Christmas live build YouTube video on the eModels channel, mate.
You can put 2 comments on it.
Yeah, because there's 2 giveaways.
Yeah, there's 2 giveaways.
If I remember rightly, there was one comment needs to be about space.
Yeah.
If you want to win the AT-AT, the Bandai AT-AT. And one comment needs to be something about, I don't know, bulldozers or diggers or builders. Yeah. If you want to win the JCB, the big Russian tank
Transporter thing,
transporter thing. Yeah, just put a comment about diggers or builders or something like that.
I've had a message from my wife saying Ted keeps going blurry. I think you've been watching this long enough. Ted's always blurry.
That's the gin. That's the gin. Yeah, it's nobody else. It's just me and the gin.
It's just Ted's gin going in and out of phase. That's it.
It's the alcohol vapors just sort of seeping out the skin and floating up. It gives it that shimmery type haze, a bit like
Gin.
one of the
A bit like gin.
Yeah, Mrs. Ted had said she'd found a new way to take 20 years off your Ted, and she just moved the focus ring on your webcam.
I wish that was. Talking about focus, I tried my contacts in for the first time yesterday. I went walking, and I thought, well, I'll try them out. I thought these really don't seem to be working. So I got home, and I realised that I had 2 left eyes in.
But you'd managed to take him out this time.
Yeah, I managed to take him out this time without getting my eyes going red. Yeah, so I spent all day thinking, these will settle down in a minute. It's probably just a matter of getting used to them.
Priceless.
Did you not do the thing, Tim, where you get the Sharpie and put an L and an R on them? So you know which is which?
Say my pots used to have L and R on them.
Yeah.
I must admit, my contact lenses, I did have trouble with one I had last week because I'd managed to put one in inside out.
Oh,
I thought, that's very sore. It's been sore all day. I wonder what... that was it.
It used to be made of pins.
Yeah. The boxes are marked left and right, but I'd taken 2 left ones out and put them in.
Well, you didn't have your contacts in, so you couldn't see, could you?
I couldn't see.
I stopped with me dry eyes, and with Edward's spanner hands twitching, there was many a contact lens around the bathroom.
Now, as always, I'll get my bit out of the way just very quickly. As always, this is your show. So if you're watching this, you'll see there's some live chat just there. That's the live chat that's going on YouTube. If you want to join in and you can't see where you do the typey chat, we want you in the chat because this is your show. You're going to hang out and ask us questions. If you want to get our attention, ask a question in chat, put it in big fat capital letters, and we'll do our best to answer it. We've got the chat open, but we're all very busy being pretty on telly, so we'll do our best. If you can't see where to join the chat, you need to make sure you're watching on the YouTubes. So click down here somewhere underneath the video player. There should be a YouTube icon that'll take you to the YouTube page where you can join in the live chat. If you're on a mobile device, you might need to go down below the video to see the chat. It might not be over there. It might not be on the side. But if you can't see the chat, don't panic. You can always, if you want to ask us a question, you can send Ted an email to that email address there. I'm hoping I'm lined up when I do that.
I've just opened the emails.
I always do this, and I hope I line up when I'm not like pointing over there somewhere.
You will watch it back later just to make sure.
I will, just to find out. Yeah, Ted at eModels.co.uk. Ask whatever questions. We try our best to respond to emails during the show, but it's not always possible. So if you don't get a reply, don't be offended. But if you want to ask us a question, put it in big fat capital letters. Oh, if you really want to get our attention, you can use the little dollar symbol that's at the bottom of the chat window. That's the super chat. That puts your comment in a coloured box, and we have no option but to see it because it's right in front of us.
I think it's contractually obliging that we answer those.
Yes, we can't possibly miss them because it's a big coloured box. So you can use the super chat if you want.
Yeah, cool.
Phil Lewis in chat saying unruly beards are in this year. Yeah, me and Foxx were talking before we came on air, and we was like, we're like a couple of tramps. We might need to have a bit of trimmage.
No, I'm gonna grow mine out. There's a guy on YouTube, as an old fella, and I can't remember his name, but he's got this really, really soft voice. And he talks about like religious stuff, so it's not interesting. But he's got the softest voice in the world, and he's got a massive beard, and I'm like, I need a beard like that. I need to grow my beard out.
Yeah, as for me, I'm just too young. I can't grow a beard yet.
With me, it looks like I've got my head on upside down if I take my hat off. I've got to shave the side, because if I have a bald head, where would the beard end?
Does that mean you're constantly frowning then? Because a smile is just a frown turned upside down. So
absolutely.
I see what I did there. You see what I did there?
You're good.
I'm worth my money. Yeah.
People are now turning their heads upside down, going,
"Yeah,
right," you know.
Yes. Now, go on, Ted. Sorry.
Sorry, no, I was just checking emails just to say I have got them open, and we await your emails on any subject. We will try our best to answer them. And I've just lost it. There it is.
As always, don't forget, folks, as well. As always, it is worth sticking around to the very end of the show, because for all we know, the big boss, the Governor Mans himself, or rather Mrs. the Governor Mans, who's the big boss, may well be watching on their 400-inch TV in the kitchen. We never know. And if he's had a few snifters, he might throw things to give away. So don't leave halfway through. Always stick to the end because you never know what the boss man might send us on Skype.
Yeah,
at the very last minute.
in fact, we have to wait to the end because we never know what's happening either.
Yeah, there's been times when he said, "Give this away," and we're like, "Oh, okay, we've got 1 minute to go. Brilliant, thanks."
Yeah. We've all sat there and gone, "What? What's he on
Yeah.
about?"
Yeah. Do you realise this may incur overtime? Yeah.
Yeah. If it ever looks like one of us has suddenly gone quiet and is furiously trying to open a link in Chrome or something, then you can guess we've probably been given a giveaway.
Yeah.
But we do have the 2 giveaways from last week to run this week, so today. So
So we should ask everybody whilst Colin gives us his words of wisdom.
Just as well you said that because I haven't done it yet. So if you can just give me a minute. See, preparation, eh?
Yeah,
preparation's what you need.
Yeah, you see, not sticking to the script. Yeah,
I'm
that's
sitting
it.
there thinking, I know there's something else I should have done today. What was it?
Just while Colin's in no way at all to divert from the fact that Colin's doing that now. Just to answer the question about Ted being fuzzy at the start, that's Google Hangouts. We can't do anything about that, unfortunately. But I will do a quick refresh right now. So 1 second, everybody. Bear with me. Stay on target. There you go. Quick refresh done. That might improve none of it, basically.
Yeah, make no difference at all.
Yeah, not at all.
Right, shall I have a look at see who's in chat then? That's my bit to do.
Yeah, well, I shall
And
do
then
one
I
quick.
can go back to sleep.
I'll do one quick distraction. I'll just get Ted to say something.
I did then, didn't I? Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
We're waiting for Ted to say.
I was holding your breath. Hurry up, say something nice.
Unfortunately, I don't have any skullfish buttons. So
right, I had to change over to live chat from top chat. So the first one I see in there is Sprue and Glue saying good evening all. We have Dadin being a mod, being the blue names on there with the spanners of the mods. They'll look after you. Don't worry about them. Robert is here saying morning all from a very windy Christchurch, New Zealand. I'm there.
You're a bro.
Sprue and Glue there. Anders is about. Hello, everyone. Saying that we're back to the normal schedule. Yes, yeah, everything's back to normal now. Well, as normal as it gets.
Yeah, put normal in air quotes.
Yeah.
Unless we decide to take an emergency Monday off.
Well, yeah, there might be one of them. But
we have bank holidays and emergency Mondays just for those times when we don't feel like coming on.
Sometimes every day is an
long
emergency
time to go
Monday.
before the next bank holiday, isn't there? Isn't it
Yeah,
like
it's
Easter or
May.
something?
Like May or something, April, yeah.
It's like, yeah. So there may be an emergency bank holiday in the middle that we have an eModels holiday.
Yeah.
Redlin 08 is here. Happy New Year to you all, he says.
Happy New Year.
Better's in the chat, but I'm sure he's not in the chat anymore. He was in the chat before we went live, but we know he's not allowed to do it now. So
yep. We're watching his hat. If we see the top of that hat, there you go. Then we know he's in chat doing some shenanigans.
My wife Gemma Williams is in the chat as well. Paul Horner, Eric's in. Foxx, who's in?
Hello. Oh, Skullfish. Hang on, can I do a close-up one? Hang on.
Skullfish. Yep. Yes.
Was that disturbing to anyone with headphones?
We have Michael Jackman, Sergeant Bones, of course.
Where's Sergeant Bones?
Nat Williamson, Sergeant Bones, Gaz Vickers, Ashley Sparrowhawk is here saying hello. Hello.
Ashley Sparrowhawk.
It's not the same.
It's an action name, isn't it?
Yeah, I think we could write a full adventure film, can't we, using all these names?
Yeah, I think the name Ashley Sparrowhawk needs like that kind of movie announcer voice and 80s music.
Yeah, Mr. Chumley Warner, isn't it?
Yeah,
some proper synthwave.
Yeah, we could do a real World War II sort of Battle of Britain type.
Very daring do. Yeah. Wayne Hayward is also here. Jamie Bone. That's Stephen Hill Harris, Ickle Pete, Caleb B, who did mention earlier that it's your first time in. So welcome to the
welcome
family. There was someone else said it was their first time as well, but I can't see that yet. I'm sure it will pop up. If you are also new, then this is just us. It's pretty normal.
Yeah. Don't expect any model making talk, by the way. If you come
might be, probably not. AJ and Robert are here. Philip Prime, Mark Scopes, Matt Bradford, eModels UK, Stephen Last, Donald McKenzie, Phil East. Did I say Phil already? I don't remember.
You have now.
He's still here as well. Phil Lewis is here as well.
Phil Lewis does also say later on he's not here.
Edward Leonard, Simon Payne, Sadster. I think I said Sadster. Stuart Bremner, Swigging Pig.
Yeah, it's always scary when Chris does
I'm only
this.
about halfway
It's
through. I'm nearly in now. Spirit Q8 is here. I saw them there. Kelly B says, I refuse to try contacts. They can't stand things near my eyes like fingers. It takes a bit of getting used to, but
I'm the same. I can't do contact. Plus, I don't like myself without glasses on. So,
Osric 9000 is here. Rob B, Norman Long, Eugene McGeever, Timber, Jane Goodwin. Lots of new names in here today. So welcome. It's a new year, a new show, a new everything, and everybody's coming along and watching.
No, I think it's the same people. They've just got new names. For
Gavin
the
Walker says hi, all first time watching live. Does that mean you watch
Gavin.
on replay mostly? Is that you'd normally watch, but you're not normally live? I don't know. It's always better to watch live because then you can be in the chat, and that's where the fun is.
Yeah.
Stewpot is still here. HG Barnes, and that seems to be everybody, unless I've missed somebody. If I did miss you, I apologise, but you know.
We'll get round to you eventually. If we missed you, we'll get round to you eventually.
Yeah, as Ted was saying, this is the one place you come to a retailer where we don't talk about really anything the retailer does. It's just four blokes sat in a pub talking about food.
Yeah. Yeah.
On which note,
Talking of food,
without any late preparation, I've got a quick Fester's factoid.
Have you got a
Yeah, we're
Fester's
just about
factoid?
to mention that for the first time.
Yeah. It just so happens that on this day in 1927, a commercial transatlantic telephone service was inaugurated between London and New York.
ooh.
There you go.
Wait, you haven't got like a dead scientist for us this week?
Nah, a lot of preparation went into that because everything else was like.
So did the first phone call get made to find the other end was engaged?
They probably dialed it and got a wrong number.
It was probably like, Mary has a little lamb.
Yeah.
Some bloke on the other end telling me, what? I don't know, it's one of your-
Okay, can you hear me? Can you hear me? I'm on the phone. I'm on the phone. Can you hear me?
I'm on a boat.
Yeah.
So it was Dom Jolly going, hello!
I'm on a boat. I'm on the train.
Ah, well done. Thank you very much for that fact.
That's all right, mate. A lot, like I say, I came in prepared.
Yep.
Yeah, you should have some maybe in a little glass box behind you.
I've got another post-it note coming up. Remember.
Yeah. In case of emergency break glass, you could have one behind you, couldn't you? Just
Yeah.
Don't break that. Don't break that.
What threw me on it is because Foxx has got the giveaways up. I thought, I've got nothing to pop up, you know.
Well, you could have done what's in store for me again. I've got to cry it off, but yeah, it's my what's in store this week, by the way, folks. So yeah, if you wait, that'll be along later.
Yeah. I do think though, just going back to that, I do think that people are getting used to Fester's like dead person of the week who died on this day.
Yeah, and Anders did say, did nobody die, Colin?
There's a couple of deaths. See, the Pinerian ibex became extinct.
Oh, not the pioneering ibex.
A load of French dudes died.
A load of French dudes.
Yeah, because I'm not.
God bless them and all who sail in them.
Yeah, George Cantor, he died. Some bloke called Vladimir, he died.
Can you imagine? It'd be like every week. It'd be like, and welcome to the show. Now, Fester, who died this week in history?
Yeah. It's science events, not scientists who died. I've suddenly realised that option. It's only taken me 10 episodes.
Yeah, people have got used to it now. They kind of like it.
Yeah, that's it. You say, and who died this week? And people are holding in anticipation that their name isn't on the list.
They're all having a bet on who was brown bread, wouldn't they? You know.
Yeah, well, Edward does say I kind of enjoyed the dead person theme. Anders says, "There we are, back to normal factoid."
I think they're having a little. I think they were doing a little sweepstake to see which week you'd have the too soon dead dude of the week.
It's like, we've got another death. As Mark
You got one this week. It's only from yesterday.
Mark Scopes is saying decomposing composers. Like that.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So yeah, there you go.
Welcome to the eModels podcast show where we talk about dead people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you?
We're all fired. We're all so fired.
Yeah. Have you died this week? Listen in for the latest updates.
Yeah. You will be pleased to know that now that we're in a new decade, we've taken on a new degree of professional.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily a degree up or down. It's just a different one.
Yeah. It's our New Year's resolution to be more professional. Unfortunately, we broke that about 5 minutes ago.
We've taken steps, but we're not clarifying if they're forward or
I broke
backward.
that when the face run off of my little Ewok on my Christmas build. So yeah, that worked.
We do hope you enjoyed our Christmas build, by the way. If you were able to join us, if you didn't, you can still go and watch it on YouTube. But what did you guys get in for Christmas? Anything model related? Did you buy from eModels? Things like that. Let's have a going chat, and we'll also do Belly in the Bench. Whether we get around to Belly in the Bench, because we usually go off at a tangent by then.
Belly in the Bench sounds like an 80s cop film.
Yeah, Belly in the Bench.
Belly and Bench.
Yeah, there's a crime going down on 36th Precinct, and Belly in the Bench.
So Bellion is an amenable sidekick, the bench.
Yeah. Yeah, that we could be the unprofessionals. Belly and Bench and Bonehead and Foil.
Bonehead and Foil.
Belly in the Bench.
CQ8 says, I missed the Christmas field because I was having to be sociable.
Boo hiss.
We didn't actually have a winner as such, did we? we know Foxx cheated, so we won't mention it.
I did not cheat. I took steps to prepare.
Yeah, but
And
he still took him another week to finish it.
I took
We all
steps to
finished before
prepare.
him, and he started like the day before.
Can I also
Worm.
Can I also point out in my defense, Ted also did some steps to prepare and didn't get told off, and Dad built a whole diorama.
Oh, that was
And he didn't get told off.
Diorama separate. That wasn't part of the kit.
Diorama
Put some
separate.
rubber gloves on so you can catch them straws you're clutching at.
Yeah, it's just that Foxx was posting on his own channel for a week. His build.
Yeah. I liked his reasoning, but the fans expect it. That
I did not say that.
We all
Well,
know,
no, I did say that actually.
we all know Dad cheats anyway.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the same because people before we'd even started the show, people were saying, "Is Foxx going to have cheated this year?" So I kind of had to do it.
Yeah.
But it took me. I did the building that I did in advance. It took me about 6 hours, so it would have been a really boring show because I wouldn't have even got past the building stage. So
Phil Lewis has got it right there. He says, I believe Foxx started the stream with the weathering. Yeah, it was on the weathering stage. We were just spraying.
I was painting. I wasn't the only one that painted stuff and sprayed stuff in advance. Thank you very much, Ted.
Yeah, mine really wasn't painted in advance. It was painted on the same morning because I got out of bed and went, it's
Woke up and thought, it's all right. It's only Saturday today.
We should point out that on the Sunday morning of the live stream, we have a private Facebook chat for the five of us, the four of us, or the six of us that were on the show, but and we were greeted with a single word that morning in capital letters and an exclamation mark. It was not a good word.
No.
It began with F and ended in K.
Yeah.
One of those on the post-it note.
When Ted suddenly realised, oh, it's Sunday.
Yeah.
I see your ship is next to you there, Ted.
Yeah, it is the little.
That's what Ted built on his on the Christmas
the
build.
little Shan horse.
This is the ship that Ted built.
I was cursing you guys for picking this for me because it's got millions of little bits, and there was hundreds of little bits. And Foxx had said to me a few weeks before, "Oh, somebody said that if you build that boat, there's a lot of bits to it." But it's come together. It's brilliant. It's a gorgeous little chibi boat. Yeah, the Shan horse.
We're not
I like the fact.
all, are we?
I like the fact you can pop the lower hull off, so you can have like a waterline model.
Yeah, you can slip the hull off, and you can either build it as a full hull or a little waterline model. But I was going to have plans to do lots of preparation, a little seascape diorama to it. But after waking up on Sunday morning, not Saturday morning, I didn't have time. So yeah,
You only had time to type a rude word.
Yeah, I got time to type a rude word before I leapt out of bed, stubbed my toe on the cat, and yeah,
Stubbed your toe on the cat.
And then sprayed on the sprue. That's what I did. That's how I cheated. So, Colin, have you got yours? Then I see you've got yours. It's on your head.
Yeah, I had a slight accident. You probably notice in the photos on the eModels page, the face kind of absorbed into the 3D print because someone forgot to prime it. So I'm going to redo. Oh, nearly fell off my chair. Then I'm going to redo the faces. Sorry. There you go. So I'm going to redo the faces, but we've got a little pink tank with glitter that I'm still getting all over me every time.
There'll be glitter everywhere for weeks yet.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what I done. But we done it properly, Chris, didn't we? We didn't.
Yeah,
shut up.
I did mine. It was sealed up in the box when we started the stream, and then when I finished the stream, it looked like that. Another lovely kit. It's the B37 or something, or 56.
24.
It's a Flying Fortress or something like that.
It's got a B and some numbers on it, and it's a plane. It's fun. It's good. I enjoyed it. It was quite good fun. There's little decals on there of the emblem thing from it. So yes, that was that one.
Yours does seem to be the biggest of the chibi things that we had.
It was
Which is
quite
quite
cool.
cool.
It does seem quite big compared to everybody else's.
Yeah.
So, what did you do, Fox? What did you take 2 weeks to do?
I spent 16 weeks. I went on a retreat. I did my little Matilda tank, which of course I warhammered up with the Warhammer dude, quite nicely to get that Warhammer look. You knew I was going to Warhammer it, so what I did was I took the tank, painted it in the proper Matilda colours, but stuck some Aquillas on it, and I put some Warhammer decals on there. And the dude is a Astra Militarum tank commander, but with the head of a Tempestus Scion. And I decided to use the guy with the beret and the moustache. Of course, I had to paint in Ted moustache colour, so it's kind of like
this was all what you did before the show. What did you do during the show?
No, I painted.
He just talked a lot and painted a few things.
No, all I did.
Warhammer logo, didn't he?
All I did during the show, all I did before the show was assemble the turret and assemble it basically and prime it. All the painting was done.
Yeah.
When the stuff I did off camera after the show was literally an enamel wash, which took 10 minutes. I airbrushed on some Tamiya buff for the dust effects, and that was literally about half an hour's work on the tank. The rest of the 2 or 3 hours was the painting the figure, which I wasn't going to do on the show. So to be fair, I only did about half an hour's work after the show.
Yeah, but you just spent 4 hours just moving things around the bench, really, because you had no else to do.
No.
Ted just painting the beret.
I was still. It took ages to paint the brush paint that camouflage. It took like 3 coats of each. It took forever.
Yeah, good. Let's have a look through the chat and see what's been going on while we've been talking amongst ourselves.
It's a bit like Dad, though, wouldn't it? He was like, "Oh, I just happen to have this diorama laying here as well." It's like, a bit epic.
Dad in chat says, "Not bad for 7 days' work, Fox." It was literally. It took me 6 hours to build it, and then that was before the show. So.
Yeah. Next week's Christmas show will be starting next week.
Yes, I've already got next Christmas's one on the bench being built right now.
Yeah. Fox will be building Dora and just finishing it off on Christmas. Yeah, the Christmas Day build. Yeah.
I'm actually building Wonder Woman's invisible jet fighter, which I'll spend not much time painting on the show, but I'll spend about 2 weeks building beforehand.
Right, let's have a look through the chat. See Billy and Bench and thinking.
Belly and bench.
Yeah, Billy and Bench. Deeper costing composers. So we've gone past that bit. If Fox built it, Speedy Q says, if Fox built it the speed he does on Warhammer, that's understandable. We knew that Fox was going to cheat and have some excuse for it, says Gemma.
My excuse was I cheated. That's not much of an excuse.
Stu Potts asking you a question, Fox. Can you
Yes.
confirm the new pledge code is now called Revive? Is that correct?
Yes, I can confirm. If you want your pledge gloss coat, which is good as a camera on me, good as a utility coat. It's not you're not going to use it to make your shiny sports car or your shiny fighter plane and stuff. It's just a decal coat and a weathering gloss coat. It was called Pledge 2 times more shine floor care finish. It's now called Pledge Revive It, and I can give you the formula number if you want to know for sure that you've got the right thing, because it does change name every 5 minutes. I will tell you that without lifting up my phone that's got all my credit cards in the holder. The pledge formula, you look on the inside of the label because it's clear, you can see through it. it will say SC Johnson formula number, and it will be hashtag 35*3597. So look on there, it will say formula number hashtag 35*3597. I've got it on my phone, that's why I was looking on my phone. So look for that number. If you're ever not sure, as long as it's got that formula number on the label somewhere, you'll be fine. It's the same stuff.
So if you're ever stood in Tesco, you can just message Foxx and he'll send it straight back for
Yeah. But they do change name every 5 minutes. But remember, it's your utility gloss coat for like.
And Anders is asking if you can put it in chat, Fox, which
okay.
would be easier with numbers.
Yeah, that's true. I can do typing.
Yeah.
I can typing.
Ray's just come in, says, hello, my friends, Fox, Colin and Ted and all. I must be all.
There's always one of a group that nobody can remember the name of. You know, it's like the Three Stooges in it, and
Graham's asking, has anyone built any Bandai kits? If so, are they any good? Yes.
I did the AT-AT, and I've got the AT-ST to do next. So.
Still locked on me. Sorry, let me unlock it. Yes, Bandai kits. They're the best push fit kits you're ever going to make, and they're divine, and you can't go wrong with them. There's never a reason not to buy a Bandai kit, be it Gunpla or Star Wars or anything. Just buy it. Just buy it.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Colin's typing in the chat. He says, "Hi, Ray."
Colin.
Dad's already told him off being in the chat.
I'm allowed to type in chat because I've been asked to.
I must have had a nervous tick and just inadvertently hit the keyboard.
Ray does say hi, Chris, as well. So hi, Ray.
No.
Eric Graham.
Table Modeler is here saying, evening all, sorry for being late.
Yeah, just stay behind after school and leave a note. Yeah.
I've put that formula number in chat.
Well, yeah, I've got that off. I'd zoom back up a little bit to try and find out where we'd started the belly.
I was trying to find some belly and bench. I thought I saw one. I did see one. The first one I saw was Edward Leonard says bench. I don't know what the word is now. Sylvaneth.
Oh yes, I saw that one.
Alriel the Ever Queen.
Oh, that's a nice kit. That's a nice model. Alariel the Ever Queen. It's the you'll have seen it in the store, Chris. It's the lady on top of the giant enormous stag beetle type thing.
Okay,
you've probably seen it, and it's a really nice model.
Yeah, I'd seen that one. I just hoped that somebody else would see it as well and read it, so I didn't have to. Now I've lost it.
It's a Warhammer thing.
Says Belly, the last of the Christmas family circle biscuits.
Oh, family circle.
Bench nothing because I'm out of Greeblies. How can you be out of Greeblies? You've got nothing but Greeblies.
Yeah. Who's still got Chris? Who's still got mince pies left? By the way, is anybody?
We have, and Christmas cake.
We still got a box of biscuits down there that we've only just opened.
Yeah, I think we've still got Stollen, shortbread. We've still got mince pies. Mind you, we have mince pies all the year round, so it's never.
How can you have mince pies all the year round?
Yeah. You can if you look for them, you can get mince pies all the year round.
We got given 2 Christmas cakes, so they're going to last us till like next Christmas because nobody eats the Christmas cake till about April.
Yeah.
Basically, none of us will eat it until I get really desperate one night at half midnight. I'm like, I need something to eat. Oh, I can't be bothered cooking Christmas cake. I hate Christmas.
That's it. Yeah. Is it in a biscuit tin?
Yeah.
Proper biscuit tin. Yeah.
Can I just point out Michael Jackman comes to my defense and says, "Don't forget Foxx was handicapped because he had to build backwards."
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm not sure if he meant because you're filming backwards or because you had to start at the end.
It's because the entire universe.
You'd already done the entire beginning bit.
Silence. Nat Williamson. I'm just deflecting now. Nat Williamson says, Belly, chicken steaks with chips and sweet corn. Good girl. Bench models put away for a little bit as my quilting magazine has come out. Ooh.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah. Well, the wife's just bought under the sewing machine, Nat, so...
How many sewing machines do you need? Is that a stupid question for a model maker to ask? With like 100 model knives and 3 different airbrushes.
Yeah, she has somewhere in the region of, I think, about 14 sewing machines now. Why? But never mind.
Do they all get used, or are some of them sort of like...
Some of them are ornamental type things, the old style. But yeah, I don't question it because there may be a time when I might like to buy a compressor or an airbrush.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant there might be time when you want some sewing done.
Like different shoes, you know, why so many shoes? You've only got 2 feet, and the retort was, why so many kits? You can only build one at a time.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. That's it. When I come to renew an airbrush or something, I could always stare at the sewing machine and say, "Oh, I need a new airbrush."
Pound for pound. Yeah, I've tried that one as well.
Yeah.
Eric Graham on the belly has got sausage pizza, and in the bench, or on the bench even, has got Death Watch Kill Team.
Cool. Paul Horner's just given me the cold. Paul Horner has just generated in me that cold feeling in the pit of my stomach because he says, I can't see the bench. I should be doing my self-assessment last minute as usual. I'm thinking, damn it, I've got to do my self-assessment. It's that time of year. Sadness.
Phil Lewis says, belly roast chicken dinner. Bench my shattered mojo.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's just that time of year. It's just that time of year when Christmas cake and gin and sherry takes over, and you sit and you sat watching The Great Escape and things like that, and you just overtakes the modelling. It'll come back. Don't worry.
So if you take away the Christmas cake, is it just normal for the rest of the year? It's just the sherry and the gin take over.
Yeah, it's just Christmas. Eventually the sherry runs out and just becomes gin.
Day 5 in the Big Brother house. There's no sherry left. Oh no.
Belly chicken breast fillet, bubble and squeak. Yeah, beige P51D Mustang, says Philip Prime. Well, yeah. Did you get to that stage of Boxing Day? Was it cold turkey and chips and things like that?
Yeah. Cold turkey buffet.
Yeah, we always have ham and pickle sandwiches on Christmas Day evening, but we have ham and chips on Boxing Day.
Yeah, with piccalilli.
Oh yeah, piccalilli and pickles and white sauce. Yeah, bread sauce.
It seems like the Haywood's piccalilli's never been the same since you took the little onions out.
I made the terrible mistake of buying some Branston today and didn't realise I bought some Branston Smooth, which is Branston without the lumps, and it's just heresy. It's just heresy. It's like,
heathen.
It's just a paste.
Anders Ericsson is saying belly, potato gratin, and some long time cooked ribs. Diet restarts tomorrow. And on his bench, he's got the 116 pants for. Good luck with the diet, mate.
Yeah.
Just try to find where you're at.
Eric Graham says, again, in my defence, pushing buttons and painting models at the same time is tough. Thank you.
All right, we can see you all getting on Foxx out. It doesn't mean that your name will get picked out for the hat for the prize.
I am picking the winners, though. It just should be pointed out.
For the next 11 months, it's going to be, see, told you, they all expect me to cheat. You know I must.
Yeah.
I've cheated for the last 3 years, so there's no stopping now.
Oh, yeah.
Phil Lewis says, we had some stolen, but it went missing.
Don't look at me. Ray from Malta is in. He says, hello, my friends, Foxx, Colin, Ted, and all.
Yeah, I know, I read that.
Oh, did you? Oh, I was typing things in chat at the time. I wasn't listening to you.
Phil East says, belly is sausage sarnie and bench is empty as I just finished my Tyranids.
Ooh, Tyranids.
Yeah. Swinging Pig, going back a little bit, Swinging Pig said he's still working his way through the lanes pies, and Zatsa said he's got hot cross buns. Yeah, the Easter eggs are out on the shelves, by the way.
Osric says, I've got 6 boxes of mince pies left. What?
Oh, dear Lord. There's only one person to blame for that. Simon Payne says, belly, roast chicken, bacon and avocado salad, bench 132nd scale World War I gunner figure as a dedication to my granddad that was a mounted gunner in World War One. Awesome.
Sergeant Bones in the belly has got a roasted turkey leg and on the bench a 3D printed mech.
Well, that turkey have gone off by now. It's like 2 weeks later. It can't still be eating turkey unless it was a really big turkey.
Just the freezer's full of turkey now because the wife buys one as frozen as a standby in case the fresh one is
You've got to have options, isn't they?
Yeah, just in case. Yeah, just in case a coach load of relatives should drop by.
Yeah. Nevbo's in the chat. He's another moderator and eModels builder. Hiya, Nevbo.
Yep, welcome. Now, Nevbo's one of our illustrious eModels builders that does various. He's finished his Hellcat I can't remember what his next project. I don't think he said yet what his next project is. But do go
he's
check
got
out his
to tell
Hellcat
us,
build.
hasn't he? He's got to put us out of our misery.
Yeah,
Probably
but
something a little bit smaller than the Hellcat. And that.
yeah, you might want a break between builds. You might not want to dive into it straight away, especially have some big build, the Hellcat.
Yeah.
Stephen Hill Harris says, belly empty and rumbling, bench is the blame for.
Oh, kitchen table modeler, belly roast chicken thighs with stir fry veg. Bench, still the Academy 135 AH1Z, nearly onto the weathering. So you must have started that a week ago as well.
Dave Cardboard says, belly, in an act of supreme sacrifice, I'm doing extra alcohol this month to make up for the slackers doing dry January. At the moment, I can't see me bench. It's gone all fuzzy.
I did notice on Twitter the other day somebody posted up a photograph, and it was one of the big billboard adverts for a supermarket who shall remain nameless.
Yeah.
And the top of the adverts had #dry January, and then it was just a list of beers. And it was like, well done, supermarket name withheld. It was like, well done, good one
was
there.
a bit like the well-known American brand that designed a chrome kettle that looked like a former German dictator. It's like, yeah. Billboards are up, and it's like, have you looked at that?
Where are we up to?
Sprue and Glue says, belly, last of the mince pies. The bench, the AMT bird of prey.
Yeah. Quite a few people in chat are talking about Bandai, responding to, I can't remember who it was that asked about Bandai. And they're all basically saying, yes, Bandai's brilliant, build it. They are. Bandai kits are fantastic because they're so beautifully engineered. You can forget about the building part. You don't have to worry about it. You can spend all your time thinking about the painting and weathering. So go and have fun. Just don't use thinners. Don't use any kind of thinners on them at all. The plastic will explode. The plastic can't take any kind of thinners or alcohol or anything like that. So don't use thinners and thinned washes.
You might need to refresh, Fox. You're breaking up.
Am I? 1 second. I shall refresh. There you go. Refresh.
There you go, mate.
Yes.
Nevo says, I've thought of my next build already.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Is he going to give us...
AJ asks Fox, will the Falcon get built this year?
Yes.
Unless something else shiny comes along in the meantime.
No, it is the next build after I finish George's Sazabi, which is still going on. I know. Nevbo needs to give us clues.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or he might just come straight out with it. He might make the announcement this evening.
Yeah, it could be. Oh, you never know.
Thursday builder doing an announcement in the chat.
Frankie Goes Tobbywood says, on my bench, a Ferrari 328 GTS, a Revell Space Shuttle, an AMT Ford Short Hauler, and in my belly, sandwich with goat cheese and ham.
Oh, that's
pre-built.
posh. That's posh. Yeah, it's usually just cheddar and ham, goat cheese. Yeah. Oh.
Anders Ericsson's asking you a question, Ted. What do you do to the rubber vinyl tyres on the 116 Panzer IV? Far too shiny to leave as they are.
I'm trying to remember what I did with them. I think I just buffed them down with a sanding stick, and then just weathered them up with the rest of the tank. I think that most of it got covered in mud, by the way. I think that's what happened generally. Most of it's covered in mud, but yeah, buff them down with a fine sanding stick just to shine off them. Like
I've done exactly what Ted said on rubber tires, and it's the same principle. You can sand them. I would rate, if you've got them, the UMP grey sanding sponges. That kind of, you don't have to use these specifically, but if you've got these, the squishy ones that are like a very fine grit, it's that grit. I can't remember what grit these are. They might be like 2000 or something.
Yeah.
They're just enough to take the shine off the surface and not particularly sand off any details. So something like that is brilliant for dulling your shiny rubbers.
Yeah, it gives them that the correct colour, really. It's like a greyish colour. It just takes the black shine off. It works quite well.
Yeah.
So did that.
Also,
and then apply some pigments and some mud and things like that. You'll never see them.
Yeah, it's also really good if you've got like a motorbike with slicks, with the slick tyres. You can sand just the contact part of the tyre and it looks different grey to the side walls.
Yeah, I've done it on the Rossi bike. I've got a bit of edge wear on the edge of the tyre. Like
If edge wear.
Yeah.
Other areas.
Yeah, edge wear. Yeah. I remember that one. Have you got a button for that? Edge wear.
Edge wear.
Oh, thanks, by the way, Gemma. They're all telling me off for typing in the chat, but Chris did as well. Look at him. Look at him squirm.
Right, what? Wait, is Chris been in chat?
This is not a plane, and I just asked him if it was two
Chris off,
planes.
but they're all telling me off.
Colin said fork planes, and
Fork planes.
everyone started telling Colin off. It's great.
Yeah, Chris put 2 planes. Yeah.
Now, Gemma did actually answer the bench and belly. She said, food was chili con carne. Ooh, I don't build models. I normally make greeting cards, but I still plastered. So nothing on the go at the moment.
Yeah.
And then people saying, still plastered.
Gemma, put the ball out of reach.
Yeah, if it's
Nev Bo that he loved the Hellcat build, by the way.
cool.
Sorry.
Yeah, now we've got to have a range of meat back down at eModels, haven't we, for Nippo to take it back?
Well, we all need something to drop off ourselves. So
Yeah, I've got enough.
Yeah, I've got a little Shanos. I fit the car this time.
Yeah, yay! You can fit it in one single box.
Yeah. In fact, I might just post it.
Get a sandwich tub and a load of kitchen roll. There you go.
Yeah, I could have a huge box, though, couldn't I? A massive box and a little model in the middle of it.
You could give James mate some fun and give it like wrap after wrap after wrap after bubble wrap, but different sheets in different directions, so he can never get it open. I love when that happens.
Shame you haven't still got half the U-boat box because you could have put it in there.
Yeah, I'll just give him the box and let him unwrap and wrap and unwrap and unwrap and unwrap, and then give him the bottle again. Yeah. Once he's unwrapped it, then the bottle's not in there. Yeah, we could do that. We're giving our secret to him. I'm watching.
Yeah. Shh. Kevin Stevens says chicken and bacon pie and mash on the bench. 1/10 scale remote control truck. Wow. 1/10 scale remote control truck shell masking up, ready for painting. A 1/10 scale truck. Wow.
Yeah. Is it the polycarbonate shell where you do it from the inside out? Yeah, that's where it sort of bends your mind a little bit, that doesn't it? Try to work out everything backwards.
Yeah, you got to start with the details that you'd normally do last, and yeah, very strange.
Tamiya actually make, in case anybody doesn't know, Tamiya do make a specific range of paints for inside of flexible remote control car shells. The PC paints, the PC range.
Nevbo saying it's got 6 wheels and a figure, so it's either going to be a World War II staff car or it's going to be the Tyrrell 6-wheeler with a Formula 1 driver.
Or it might be 2 cars and he's got one falling in half.
Yeah, it could be a cut and shut.
Anders Ericsson says, is the Dora still available for sale? I might drive over there to pick you up myself. I don't think they have one in stock right now, but they might be able to get one for you. Drop them an email.
Yeah, just drop them a line. Yeah.
They'll do everything they can to get one for you. Don't you worry about that.
Yeah, I think there's just one that's just doing the rounds until somebody actually picks it up.
Builds it. Yeah, people like buy it and then they lose the nerve.
I wasn't expecting it to be that big. Send it back.
Dear Pete, please find the return of the Dora. It's too big. Yeah.
The good thing is, if you get that kit, if you ever damage like the barrel, you can just go and buy a chunk of drain pipe.
Yeah. Straight
the same size.
DIY place, isn't it?
Yeah, just go outside and cut the drain pipe off the wall. And, that's it.
You'd be like, why is there a big pile of poop outside the back door? Oh, I may have nicked some of the drain pipe. Did I get the soil pipe by mistake? Oh, thought it was a bit whiffy.
Yeah, you wouldn't have to weather it though.
Yeah, don't take the soil pipe, take the drain pipe. Check first.
Simon Thornton said he's doing a Partworks Jaguar type on the bench and he's mixed a fruit Copperberg in the belly. Fruit Coppers. Yeah, I used to like them, and then they're a bit too sick and sweetly for me now. Oh.
You used to like them, and then you were a copper and you saw it from the other side and you never touched them since. Kevin Stevens says, yes, Ted, it's a polycarbonate shell, and yes, paint goes on the inside, so yes, you have to work backwards.
Yeah. It's a way of, there's a real mind-bending way, especially if you're doing stripes and things or flames or anything like that.
Flames, Cabron. I had a Tamiya frog when I was a young lad. I had a remote control frog and you had to do it on that. And that blew, I was like 14 and it blew my mind trying to paint the inside of that.
Yeah, I think my lad had one, Luke had one. We did a polycarbonate shell and we painted all the inside of it. It was pretty good, I must say. But it was a petrol car. So we put the polycarbonate shell on it. So immediately, we didn't catch fire, but sort of melted. All that excellent work was wasted. All the oil and everything was in the inside side. It just didn't work.
I've never built one, but I find the whole idea of doing it back to front quite interesting. So.
It gives a really nice sort of shiny finish because you're looking at it through shiny plastic.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's very strange.
It's like painting a three-dimensional animation shell, basically.
yeah.
Animation cell, even. Sorry, not shell. Weird mouth fail there.
In answer to Stewie, within the next 3 days, the next video on that build. I didn't want to type it in the chat because I might get told off, even though Chris didn't.
Yeah. We have some feedback from Flanker S35. He says, just to say, a few weeks ago I asked on stream whether to get Mr. Colour paints or not and was told to go for it. They have transformed my airbrushing and my brain cells with the smell. Thank you. Yeah, if the non-aqueous colours, they're lacquer paints, will give you nice. They're really nice to airbrush. They're a nice smooth finish. They're just make sure you've got a nice respirator and lots of windows.
No, it's that Fester in the chat, by the way.
Oh,
I didn't do anything.
Joel, I can. There's no point holding your hands up, Colin. We can see the words on the in the chat with your name at the other end.
I put it to you with the evidence I have before me.
I was proceeding along the highway in a northerly direction when a chat note appeared.
Yeah, my mum going, he was such a quiet young boy.
Yes. Just very quickly, by the way, I forgot to ask right at the start. Can everybody tell? Because we don't know. Is all the audio and stuff okay? Are the guys quieter than me, or am I louder than the guys? Is everybody balanced audio-wise? Do let us know because we can't tell.
We go for an hour.
Yeah, but
I know. I forgot to ask.
We've only half an hour left, so does it matter?
Yeah. Just I'm on a separate audio loop than the guys, so I need to know if one of us is too loud or too quiet.
Might want to refresh though because you've gone a bit fuzzy again.
Oh, flipping Nora. Come on, Google. Sort your act out. Hang on. Ready? Stand by. There you go. Makes it better when I make little noises.
Yeah, they're all saying audio's okay, so.
Cool. It does seem to help. My buttons have fallen asleep. Oh, well, never mind. Yeah.
You're always the loudest, Fox, says Flanker. Yeah, but that's just like real life.
I think he actually turns it up. He mutes us into the background, so he puts his volume up. So, yeah.
That's ganging up on you because of all that cheating you did at the Christmas live show.
Yeah, but you know what? Nobody puts baby in the corner.
Stu Pot says Colin is quiet as usual, but all okay.
Cool. Well, let's do a quick
Colin
test.
is loud in chat, he says.
Let me do a quick test of Ted. Hang on.
Clap it on.
There you go. Yeah,
is that just testing to make sure Ted's still working? Yeah.
Well, Ted and the buttons. Same.
How's that, Stu Pot? Is that better? It could be that I've got my microphone a bit further away.
You look like a proper Radio 2 DJ with that there.
I know.
Charity.
Skullfish.
Good morning.
You need to be like the jazz FM like announcer and be like, and now there's some soft mellow tunes.
Yeah, now it's the Maxim Turner and Overdrive.
See, I can't do it because the microphone's all the way over there and I have to lean over and it looks stupid. I can't quickly.
Yeah.
I need to get a dangly arm. I need to get an angle of dangle arm for me.
Yeah, I might try for one of them type microphone holders when I get into the man cave upstairs. I might try for that because
it's ideal for me because there's times I put my feet up on the bench and that sort of thing when I'm in an hangout, so I just move the microphone around as I need to.
Yeah. The problem for me is I've got a desk here that you guys can't see, and on that side there is a clamp arm for this webcam. On this side is a clamp arm for the workbench.
Yeah,
I don't know how I'm going to put another clamp arm. It's kind of a bit of squish on this desk.
I've got me filming boom arm, me microphone, me light, me other light.
It looks like a scene from War of the Worlds in these workbenches, doesn't it? With arms all over the place.
Oh yeah,
and spiders and things.
Spiders. Don't talk about spiders.
No, I'll get in trouble if anyone talks about spiders. I don't know why, but I'd always get in trouble. Kitchen Table Modeler says, so what's everyone's first build of the year going to be? I'm moving on to Rebels 132nd HE111 after I finish my Academy helicopter.
Oh, with all them windows.
What, the HE111?
Yeah.
HE111? Yeah. That's going to be masking fun, that, with your canopies, but if you know what you're doing, it's going to be good fun.
Well, mine, I'll soon, and I actually will be soon digging out the digger again because we've sort of cleared all the decorations. They're still lying around in boxes waiting to go in the loft, but I can get back on the bench if she doesn't want the sewing machine on it first.
Yeah.
Gonna be.
You have to sit there, Ted, and be like, I want my digger.
I want my digger out. Get off my tractor.
Get off my digger now. I'm doing my digger. You do your sewing elsewhere.
Got a combine harvester.
I don't know why you need to do it in like a Devizes and Cornwall accent.
No, it'd be combine harvester, wouldn't it? Get off my tractor.
Yeah,
Get off
you're
my
on
digger.
land.
As I keep repeating off, I still need to finish the Sazabi, but the first build of the year will be, of course, the Perfect Grade Millennium Falcon when that Sazabi is done. So hopefully in the next few weeks, Perfect Grade Millennium Falcon.
Yeah, I've got my ball tank just literally out of shot there, ready to start.
Ball tank.
So
Ball tank.
do a bit of the ice ball tank.
I've been
you
doing
gonna-
this here Baneblade, which I've been doing.
Beyblade.
After that, I really need to find another eModels build. I haven't got one in the wings yet, so I'll be having a look through and seeing what catches my eye.
You know what would be really hilarious is by the time you finish your Baneblade, because they now stock Games Workshop, if they suddenly get the Baneblade in stock, it'd be like, oh yes.
Oh, I've already, here's one I prepared earlier.
Yes. And yes, you can, but just to
Christmas build, wouldn't it?
Baneblade, 27-hour build. Just so everybody knows, by the way, once I've done the Perfect Grey Falcon later in the year, I will, of course, do some sort of Warhammer build for eModels. Because, of course, I will. Duh!
Yes.
I'm building all the Warhammer stuff for them guys
You
now.
pressurize eModels for long enough to get Warhammer in. It's
Yes.
you should have to build.
Yeah, you can guarantee I will be eModels Duncan for the next 10 years.
Yeah.
That's how it's going to work from now on.
But you never know. Perhaps Pete will go, you're not allowed to build any.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, we don't want you to build any of that, Fox.
Yeah, you've got to build a tank first before you build a Warhammer.
Talking of tanks, let me point out. Do you see something missing here?
Yeah, Tony got it.
Yeah, Tony, who's one of the eModels builders. You haven't seen him for a long time. And he's never around to make it onto the live stream, but he's in the artwork because why not? He'll make it one day. Tony did pop round the other day and he took away the big Ryefield Panther Ausfig tank that was originally going to be my next eModels build until I got the Falcon. So he will at some point in the future be doing that tank as an eModels build at some point. He's sorting out, he's just moved out and he's sorting out his man cave. So I expect that in the future.
Yep.
It says, I may try and build my Perfect Grade Falcon along with you, Fox.
Who was that?
Phil Lewis.
Oh, awesome.
You could start now. Get a head start. It's not cheating.
Yeah, you could build it now. Yeah, Fox will have to catch up then.
Yeah. I mean, it is going to be a little bit challenging because all the Falcons I've done before have been fine molds Falcons, and I've used various techniques on those that I can't use on the Bandai one because of Bandai plastic. So I can't use like thin smoke washes and things like that. So I've not quite figured out yet exactly what I'm going to do for some of the weathering. So it's going to be interesting to finding out how I can.
Would applying a gloss, something like Pledge to the Bandai plastic, not help you in any?
No, you can't guarantee it. You can't guarantee it. The risk is, for those that don't know, Bandai plastic isn't baked. It's not baked. It's a process with polystyrene because they make Gunpla and they want certain flexibility in the plastic, so they don't bake their plastics at all.
Yeah.
Which means they're super, super susceptible to thinners, oil paint thinners, acrylic paint thinners, alcohol-based thinners, any spirits, anything like that. If you get any of that in there, it can weaken the plastic, especially if it's under tension, and it can crack it and shatter it, and it ruins your model. So it's even things like, when I did the weathering on this, I spent 5 minutes, I got some ammo of MIG enamel streaking grime, put a little brush full of that in some oil paint thinners, and just slopped it all over, and then cotton budded it off. I couldn't do that. You can't do that. Indeed, Ted. What I did was I pressed about 3 different buttons to get to that button and did
it on
that. But the problem is, if you do that on a Bandai, the thinners will just dissolve the plastic. So even if you prime everything inside and out, you cannot guarantee that if you slap on a wash, it's not going to pool up and get into a little crack somewhere and work its way into a gap and start eating it alive. So with Bandai kits, it's not worth the risk. I probably will do some oil paint weathering and some dot filters and stuff where I can be really careful. But really, there's a lot of things I can't do on it that I'm used to doing. So it's going to be a learning experience for me because I need to figure out how to weather it in a way I haven't done before. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be great fun. But being a Bandai kit, I can spend 10% of the time building it and 90% of the time painting it.
Yeah, you think they would have come up with some kind of protection that you could apply to their plastic, just to help people that are building weather the stuff up, wouldn't you?
Well, I mean, you put your primer on and stuff like that, it should protect it anyway, but it's just you can never guarantee 100% because all it needs is one little bit of plastic to be not quite covered in primer, and your thinner gets in there, and if it's on a joint, like you've got a joint where two pieces stick together, and it gets in there, and it finds a bit of exposed plastic, and it's under pressure. I built the mega size RX-78 too. It's like this tall.
Yeah.
And I didn't know this at the time, so I slapped thin down enamel washers all over it. And the whole knee joint, which is about 30 parts, just went and shattered. I had to rebuild it and glue it all together. So,
I think the fact of the noise that they're being self-coloured kits, they're not actually aiming for the people to take them to the next level. They're just...
Well, the perfect grades are because they're like 350 quid. So yeah, it's more just that their factory is set up to make stuff for their Gunpla range and their other articulated model kits, and there's no point in them having a whole different factory just for the things that aren't going to be articulated. They may as well use the same process. So it does mean it's not a major problem. It just means you've got to think a bit outside the box and use some different techniques that don't involve slopping
I can
washes.
remember it when Tony did C3PO, wasn't it, where he had a similar thing where some of the thinners had got into the knee and it had aggravated it, and that was the first time I'd sort of paid attention to it.
Yeah, I mean, even doing things like an oil paint gunk wash where you put oil paint all over it and then wipe it off. If it pools, even that can weaken and make it brittle. So yeah, it's a learning curve with Bandai kits. You can't use anything that involves any kind of solvents or thinners. It will potentially damage.
Eric Graham's in shock in chat, by the way, because we're talking about modelling stuff.
I know.
We might be on the wrong show. So, getting on, Sally James, anyone?
Sally James.
JS Idaho does ask me, what paint scheme do you have in mind for the Bane Blade? I'm not sure if he's serious or if he's actually curious. It's fairly well known. I'm doing it in an orange digital camo. Well, that's the plan.
So glad I'm not you. If
you're wondering, I'm glad I'm not me. Oh, no, wait, I am me.
If you're wondering why we're all laughing, it's because Chris had no intention of making a Bane Blade or doing it in digital orange camo, but jokingly said I could paint one in orange digital camo. So George and Dad and some others clubbed together and got them in the Bane Blade, and he's now got no choice. So he's brought it on himself, basically. Less.
So we wait with bated breath for the Bane Blade in orange digital camo.
Yes.
We'll pick. Faults will be picked with it.
Not that we're relishing in any way, Chris, in your
stuff. No, not at all. I'm sure it'd be fine,
mate.
We're good here.
Yeah, we're fine here now. Thank you. I'm actually thinking it'd be good because if it's a technique you've never done before, if you've never done digital camo before, and it's a whole style you've not done before and techniques you've never used, it's a learning experience because you'll if you can paint digital camo, if you can spray digital camo, you can spray anything.
Yeah, I don't think you can actually spray digital camo, can you?
Well, I don't mean in one coat.
You need to do some masking first, I think.
I think Chris is doing the tutorial on how to do it, isn't he?
Well, I am videoing it for my channel. Obviously, it's not an eModels build, but it's going to be an experience. I think's the word we're looking for.
Yeah. Going back to Bandai, Peter Rogers says, Foxx, how about using, let's say, Tamiya paints and washing up liquid? It's still the Tamiya paints have got solvents in them. If you thin them down with anything, it's if you're spraying with Bandai, you can spray any paint you want on them. You can spray lacquers on them as long as they're not thinned. If you're if you're airbrushing, you can thin your paints down and spray them. That's fine because they're not going on as a wash. So you can use any paint, but if you're making a wash, you can't do it because you're just getting the solvents in there, and it's making the solvents flow. Even if you're thinning a paint, say Tamiya lacquer paints with something that's not a solvent, you're still making them free flowing, and that's when they get into the joints and work their magic. So it's not what you thin the paint with, it's what's in the paint already. If you thin it and it can flow, so airbrushing them on, not a problem, but you can't, I could thin down Tamiya smoke with alcohol and I could airbrush that on and it wouldn't harm the plastic because it's going on as an aerosol, but I couldn't wash it on, and that's the learning curve with Bandai. You have to try some different techniques.
Gemma does say Chris will think before he opens his mouth next time. No, you.
No, resume your normal service as soon as possible.
Phil East says I did digital camo on a cheapy tank, and that was more than enough. Lesson learned. Good luck, Chris.
Lesson learned. What was, you know what? All I've got in my head now is Windsor Davies going, "Oh dear, how sad, never mind."
Yeah. A couple of people are asking in chat what's in store.
What's in store? It's about that time again for what's in store. What's in
What's
store?
in store?
What's in store?
It's your local What's in Store. Dibbity bibbity bim bim. I don't know what that means.
Yeah. Now from your sponsor, what's in store?
And now live from eModels, live from Nottingham.
Does that mean it's time for what's in store?
I think it's time for what's in store.
Then,
Yeah, no preparation has gone into this, has it? You can
Yeah,
tell it's
I am locked on you, Ted.
No, you can't lock on Ted yet. You've got to do your click and drag
Oh,
thing.
have I got
Yeah.
you?
Yeah, you're the only one that can do that.
It's been a while, I've forgotten. Okay, we're going to do what's in store. Ted will have a theme. Here we go. Jon Snow mode. Here we go. Nice and shiny. Here's a swingometer. Labour, Conservative. Who's going to win? Who knows? Right. Ted's going to do his show. He's going to give you the link of all the products. There is a theme. Apparently, I don't know what it is. There is a theme to all the products. Whoever guesses the theme right will win at eModels mug when they're back in stock. Just do that again, Ted.
eModels mug, eModels mug.
There you go, Ted.
Yeah, I might have had an accident with my eModels mug and had to repair it. So
Oh, Jack Duckworth style.
Oh, yeah.
we're waiting on
I
new
said
mugs
that.
coming.
Yeah, that's
I have
your
to say-
eModels advert, Ted.
I have to say, Ted, that was like the cheapest Alton Towers three-dimensional effect thing in the Cine 3000 ever. eModels mug. Yes, so there's going to be a theme between the items. However, what we want to do is that whoever gets the theme right in chat wins a mug. But do not answer until Ted has finished all his what's in store and comes back to you and says, "What's the theme? Go." If you answer before he says go, we will simply point at you and laugh. So don't answer before he comes back and says go. But before we do anything, there's a lag between video and the chat right now because it's been going for about an hour. So before you do anything, you need to hit the refresh button on your browser, which is probably not there because that's my face. Hit the refresh button and drag the slider across to get yourself up to date. So refresh and drag. Refresh and drag. I'll stop sharing me now.
And you can win an eModels mug, an eModels.
So we'll give you a second just to refresh and drag. It's just so there's minimal lag between the chat and the video. Go on, press your buttons. Press it now. Press it now.
Yeah, in the meantime, I will prepare.
Yes.
I will do the preparing.
On Chrome, it should be up in the top left somewhere. If you're on a different browser, well, then we can't help you because you're not normal.
Right.
Any models, Morgan. I've got an email. I forgot to put any. Good God, that's filthy. Oh, my life. I'll do it.
There you go. Any models, Morgan.
Any models in sync. I've just noticed that mine's got like filthy marks there where manly beard goes when I take a swig.
What's going to happen though, Fox? When we get the builders mugs, we're all going to be there now, won't we? Going, we got a mug. We got a mug.
We got a mug. Now I have had word. While Ted is trying desperately to find the right buttons, remember what they are. That we are out of stock. They are out of stock of mugs, but they are getting new ones printed up. So if you have won a mug in the last months and you haven't received it yet, don't panic. You're on the big list. They're just waiting to get more mugs in, and they'll send them all out to everybody who's won them.
All right. So are we ready to go? Is he locked on me then?
Yeah, it's been locked on you for about 10 minutes.
All right. Yeah. Any models, Morgan. Right, here we go. I'll find the buttons to share the screen, and we should be sharing the screen now. Get rid of that. The first one of many things that we have this evening. Now, I should tell you that there are probably a couple of right answers to the link tonight, so I'll accept any of whatever could be the right answer. In fact,
He'll take any old rubbish, basically.
yeah. In fact, I'll have an answer. I'll just wait for. Yeah, that'll do. Yeah.
They wait for the first one that looks fair enough.
Yeah,
That looks reasonable
this one is for all of you or all of your loved ones who are stuck what to buy you for Christmas or birthdays or Easter or whatever. If they're ever stuck, if they ever say, what do you want from eModels? I don't really know. They could just buy you a gift voucher. There's gift vouchers in various denominations, and this one's for 20 quid. But yeah, you can buy any amount of gift vouchers. I believe that I don't think there's a time limit on them, so you could just save them or add to them.
Now, don't forget with your vouchers, you could buy any models, Morgan, any models.
Yeah, you can buy any models mug. Yep. So so this one, 20 quid gift voucher. So it dead easy. A no-brainer if you want a gift for yourself, someone, or somebody wants to buy you a gift.
Especially if you don't really know exactly what someone might like, but you know they'd like something model related. You'd say,
Graham,
look, here's some money, you decide.
Yeah.
Graham Roberts asking you, Ted, how much are they?
Yeah, how much are they? I don't really know. I'll have to, if you want to drop eModels a line and ask them how much they are, they can sort you one out too.
I hate to say it. I hate to be that guy. I hate to be that guy. It does kind of say in the title and the red bit.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I never saw that. Yeah,
Ted.
Yeah. Oh,
yes.
It's 20 quid. 20 quid this one.
Yeah, you can get them in. You can probably buy more than one.
You could buy two for 20 quid plus 20 quid.
Yeah. So. Now, before we go on to the other ones, very, very quickly, I forgot to say, we don't know, obviously with the vouchers, there's an infinite number, but we don't know how many of the rest of the stuff they have in stock. So if any of the stuff Ted shows you tickles your fancy, don't hang around. Ted, what do they do?
Slap it in your basket.
Yeah, and it's not yours till you've paid for it, so...
It's not yours till you check it out.
Oh, damn, that didn't work, did it? Yes, so don't leave it to the end of the show, because if you only got one in stock and somebody else beats you to it, it's gone. Don't leave it in your basket, because if somebody else snaps it up while it's in your basket, they can do it. It will be gone. So if you fancy anything, get it in your basket, get it checked out while you're watching the show.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe what happens with these vouchers as well, you don't have to actually send them back to eModels to cash them in. If you're buying online, there's a voucher number on them, and you just quote that number. And it applies.
Anders Ericsson has just said, I just found out the Dora 135th is still in stock.
Oh,
would you very quickly confirm that, Ted, while you've got your tabs open? Or no, I'll have a look while you're doing that.
Yeah, it could be quite difficult. Anyway, there we go. The next what's in store is the Vallejo game color. Imperial Blue, #72020. Blue paint, Imperial Blue paint, game color. It's a bit like Warhammer type paint, but yeah, game colors. What can you say about it apart from it's paint? There you go.
Blau.
Yeah, $229. The next one is, I think everybody must have done this at some time. The Tamiya 135 tent kit.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Even if all you've done is just taken it out of the box and stuck it on a piece of grass, you've built a model, haven't you? I think it comes to the figure and the radio and the tent, doesn't it? I've seen dioramas where all they've consisted of is this, a tent kit. Yeah. Well, let's have a look. I think
you get the wee little fella in the radio, don't you?
Yeah, there you go. That's what's in the box. Yeah, it's even a kit in itself. Yeah.
But there's one thing I don't understand, Ted. He's an officer, but he's not pointing.
Yeah, he's pointing at the radio.
He's a German officer. Is it a German or it's a German, isn't it?
Yeah, it's German.
Oh, therefore, it's not a British officer in that case. No, he wouldn't be pointing. He's not British.
Yeah. Hello, can you hear me? Hello. Anybody there? Yeah. So he's got a tent in the middle of the desert with a radio. Nothing else. Oh, I can walk. Yeah, that's it. So a tent. To me, a tent. That's it. It's a tent. The next one.
Is it a tent, Ted?
It's a tent. Let's have a little. Yeah, let's have a little. Just to check again. It's a tent.
It's a tent. It's a tent.
Yeah. The next one. You might need this for the connection with this week. Now, I haven't got this, but I do have an Optivisor.
Mm-hmm.
And they're brilliant pieces of kit, especially if you wear glasses.
Yeah. If you're old like us, you'll need all of the things to help. You need as much help as you can get, basically.
Yeah, and you realise how old you are when you forget you're wearing it and you start walking around and still everything's brilliantly in focus.
You realise how old you are, Ted, when you're using every set of lenses in that box.
And it's still not
at the same time.
Just still at arm's length.
Yeah, so you can stick one of these on, put the lenses in, and stick your tongue out and do your painting in close-up detail. So the Mini Light Pro headband magnified kit. Yeah, so you'll need one. It connects with this week's what's in store. So have a think about that. Lots of features on it. It's got a light on it as well. I think. Does it?
Yep.
Yeah, it does have a light. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. There. I see. I'm pointing to the screen. You can't see me pointing. Yeah, just up here. There's a little LED light.
LED spotlight.
Yes.
So. Eric Graham asks a very important question. He says, "I wonder if you can Warhammer the tent." Also, everybody's telling Colin off because somebody put a comment in the chat.
Yes.
I can see the top of his hat. I can see you now typing now.
I just thought
Yeah.
if that's a scale of, if that's a 1/35 scale, it's going to be huge for Warhammer, isn't it? It's going to be like a gazebo type
Are
thing.
we actually getting multiple options for flappage there, do you think?
Yeah, you could have a flap open, flap closed, a flap part
Flap
closed.
partial, yeah.
Yeah,
Chris is getting told off.
Oh,
yeah, it's
Chris is getting told off for telling Colin off in the chat.
But as I said, as Foxx would say, they expect it.
Yep.
right. So that we've done that one, and now we go on to the Avis short satellite Parker's tin kettle. Yeah, it says it's got only 500 pieces. So is that an estimation of how few it's got or how many it's got?
I'm not really sure how you get a kit like that in 500 pieces. I'm not sure where you did. Quite amazed.
I've never seen that. I've never seen an aircraft like that. But I take it Shorts is the same as the Short Sunderland, maybe the same company. Somebody in chat's bound to tell us.
I'm not sure. I'm quite fascinated as to how you actually get 500 pieces out of that kit.
Unless there's
It's
only
probably
a
got all
run of 500 of them kits.
I can't believe that there's 500 individual pieces in that kit for £16 and £2.
Unless they do mean it's a limited edition 500 kits.
Or individual rivets.
Unless he managed to get the kit down to 500 pieces.
That's the saying. It's not a jigsaw, is it?
Yeah.
I do love the fact that you can tell some of these smaller, newer companies because they haven't got the best artists. I love that.
Phil Lewis is saying that's a clunk design. Catch the pigeon.
Yeah,
it just needs like 6 more sets of wings on it, and it'd be perfect.
It's an English aircraft with GBs called. Yeah, an Avis once every second, a short S4 satellite, Parker's tin kettle.
Tin kettle.
Yeah. Oh, so they must have had the word satellite before satellites were invented.
Yeah, because it referred to things like moons and orbiting objects and stuff.
Right, the next one is the Tamiya 1/10 scale Volkswagen split screen. Now, anybody that's in the camper vans, motorhomes, or anything like that, this is usually the envy of everybody if you've got yourself a split screen VW.
Classic old camper van. None of this modern nonsense.
Yeah, that's it. Oil cooled engine at the back, go forever, apart from up hills.
Yeah, I knew a guy who actually in real life bought a split screen for £500, and it was in perfect condition. It was almost showroom. This was only about 7 or 8 years ago. It was almost showroom condition. It even had all the little rubber attachments for an awning that were perfectly unperished. 500 quid he got it for, and it's worth
it's worth
a billion times that.
Yeah, they're worth thousands.
Yeah, they'll be worth 20,000, 30,000, a lot more.
Yeah.
But 1/10 scale is huge. It's going to be a huge model.
It's going to be. I actually thought this was a radio control kit when I picked it up, but looking at I didn't look at the box art. Yeah, but it's a perfect little kit.
I mean, the one I've got's 1/16, and that's big enough, but that's huge, isn't it?
I mean, being Tamiya, it probably has got areas that are designed for adding of batteries and motors and things. Because
I'm just looking at this bit here. I don't know if you can zoom in or anything. Is that the actual body? A clear body?
It looks like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks like it. It's quite unusual, isn't it?
Does it say in any description that it's RC or not?
Yeah, we'll just have a look at the next picture. We'll have a look at the description. Features: 1/10 scale RC model assembly.
Yeah, so it's remote control. Yeah.
So we'll look at the form of the 23 window type bus is recreated in polycarbonate with a separate molded plastic part. That's quite intriguing.
That's beautifully painted then by whoever painted it. If it's a polycarbonate paint from India.
Yeah,
inside.
I think it's what Chris was saying before, that it's probably all painted on the inside and the shiny plastic. It's giving it that high gloss finish.
Yeah, it's beautifully done then.
Includes a Tamiya electronic speed controller, capable of running sensor pushless motors, pushless alike, etc. It's all there if you want to read it. Requires a 2-channel radio, steering servo, battery pack charger, which is standard for any sort of radio kit that you want to buy.
And you know what? I reckon you could fit a small cat inside that.
Yeah, you could cut the top out and
This isn't a challenge.
Because your cat gets bored of going around on the Roomba all day. So give it a VW camper. It'll be like, yes, get in.
Yeah, has anybody seen the cat?
Stefan Last is asking you, Ted, are there any dimensions on that kit?
Let's have a look. Let's see more information.
It's a tenth of the size of a real one.
Yeah.
Measure
a big one.
10 times smaller.
Does it not say on the details? It probably doesn't, does it?
It's just looking around there. I'm trying to look around with my camera. So
No.
yeah, it doesn't actually. I don't think it gives the details and such on it. It might do if we have a look.
Put it this way: it's bigger than if it was an Action Man vehicle, because an Action Man is 1/12 scale.
Yeah.
So an Action Man would look small in the cockpit.
Yeah.
That doesn't really help, but it gives you an idea.
Yeah. So for 145 quid, you're getting a pretty good deal there.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's for an RC vehicle.
It's a pretty smart, unusual looking RC vehicle, considering that everybody goes for hot rods and dune buggies and things like that. So, yeah.
Vincent at Mr. Lowe's Model Making say that panorama vans with all the windows go for $100,000 and more.
Yeah, they're really sought after. Yeah, so you could own one for 145 quid here.
Yeah, or like my mate for about 500 quid.
Yeah.
Then you can sell it and go off and buy an island.
Anyway, the last one for this evening is that Czech company, Zvezda.
Or Russian as we like to say.
Russian, yeah. This is from the Disney cars. Does it look? It looks a little bit like a Subaru. If my car knowledge is anything
It's
to
kind of a Subaru that got a bit fussy with a Fiesta at some point and had a bit of shenanigans going on.
The illegitimate child of a Subaru and a Fiesta.
But I have to say, I if anybody reads Jalopnik, the website Jalopnik, I fully support their stance that the eyes should be in the headlights. They should not be on the windscreen. It's an abomination to have eyes on the windscreen. It makes no sense.
No.
Oh, Pixar!
That's what headlights are for. They're the eyes of a car.
Pixar have scarred the minds of a generation of children because
yeah, I didn't say what scale this is meant to be in, or if it's a scale at all. We're just snap together kit. So for the kids and a $5, what more could you want?
Yeah, good little fun little build for the kids.
If you're sending off for a kit for yourself, chuck one of these in the pack for their kids as well, so they can build along with you. So so that's it. That's it for this evening. Let's have a run through them again before I stop sharing the screen. We've got the eModels gift voucher for 20 quid. We've got
voucher.
The Vallejo game colour, Imperial Blue.
Yeah, nice opaque paints, those. Very nice to brush.
We've got the Tamiya 1/35th scale tent.
Is that a tent, Ted?
Tent.
Is it a tent?
We've got what you would need for tonight's link. We've got the Lightcraft Pro LED headband and magnifying kit.
Old man glasses, dude.
Yeah, so you can frighten the kids by looking at them with the big eyes. We've got the Avis short satellite S4 Parker's tin kettle.
Flying tube
from the Wacky Races. We've got the Volkswagen Type 2 split screen VW van. And we've got the Zvezda Rail car, Disney car snap kit. Hashtag.
I've got no idea what the theme is. We don't know what the theme is when we start the show unless we've guessed it in chat.
Right.
So
I shall find myself again and stop sharing.
I can think what it might be, but I don't. They don't all seem to fit. But
I get
the links.
Yeah.
I get too carried away having the conversation to actually pay attention to what they are.
Yeah, I'll go through them again and tell you what they were, what the link is. I've finished now. So go. Remember, there could be a couple of right answers.
Answer very quickly.
Now, have you got your chat? Have you got your chat on live chat, Ted? Not top chat.
I've got chat on live chat. And Andy M says 2020. Correct.
Yes, I got it right.
I wasn't paying attention.
2020. Right, I'll tell you what the thing. I'll go back and do a little bit of a quick share again.
Stuart Hislop says musical theatre. I say
interpretive dance. Right. Oh, I've lost them again. Here we go.
Musical theatre, ba-do-ba-do-do-do.
Yeah, £20 gift voucher.
Oh, yeah.
2020.
Check. Got that.
Yeah, a Vallejo game colour hashtag
Yep.
7/2020.
No, I wasn't
Yeah.
paying attention, was I?
Right.
Yeah, I saw that.
Tamiya 10. New decade 10.
10.
Wow, that's a 10. When you said tenuous in chat, you weren't kidding with that one, were you?
Yeah.
That's 10 then.
The Lightcraft headband magnifier. Can anybody get the link with that? You
No.
need
Times magnification.
to build. You need 2020 vision.
Ah,
Oh,
Wow,
okay, yeah.
oh.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Avis short satellite Parker's tin kettle would be 10 10th anniversary.
Wow, that's really.
I actually thought I went by the 20 in the number.
Yeah,
I thought Chris overthought these, but wow, 10.
Yeah,
I'm impressed.
Yeah, I was really clutching at straws tonight. I'm sorry, folks. The Tamiya 110 scale Volkswagen.
I like the way the thread is 2020, but everything's got 10 in it. That's quite clever. I like that.
It'll go downhill for the rest of the year now, these, won't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the last one, of course, it was hashtag 2020. So,
What's with the 10 then?
what's with
10
the
decade. New decade, isn't it?
Yeah.
10
Okay.
new decade, 10 years?
He said in chat, Chris, that it was going to be 10 USRs. So.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
there you go. I'll stop sharing again.
It's a bit like listing a lot.
Unimpressed.
It's a bit like showing a load of blue models and saying, "And the theme is green," because blue is a colour a bit like green. So well done, Andy M. You've won yourself a mug.
Yeah,
Send yourselves.
it was worth a punt at a guess anyway, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean they got it, so hey,
Yeah.
it's obviously worked. But yes, well done. You've won yourself a mug. Just send an email to ted@emodels.co.uk. I hope I'm pointing in the right place. ted@emodels.co.uk. Put in the title that you won a mug. And like I said, they haven't got any in stock, but as soon as they get them back in again, you'll be on the list to get them sent out. I reckon they'll get some new mugs in and then send them all out because they've got a backlog and they won't have any left after that. So
Yeah.
But yes, send us an email, put in the title that you've won and mug, and we'll get that detail sent off to eModels for you.
Yeah. And hopefully it won't be me next week to do the what's in store.
No.
It took me a little bit longer tonight. It took me 15 minutes to find them all. So
Whose turn is it next week?
It's either you or Colin next week.
I'm normally after Foxx.
Then it should have been you this time then. So Ted's taken a fall for you, Colin.
It's because I covered these one last time, wasn't it?
that was it. Yeah, because I wimped out with
Does
one.
that mean it's Ted's run next time as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, go with that. I think Foxx he had to do the whole of January, didn't he? As punishment.
I remember none of this.
Yeah.
Right, now we need to pull some winners, don't we?
Yes, yeah, we're getting
Yes.
on to that time again. Nearly
Yes.
bedtime. So
It's nearly, by bed he means gin.
yeah, we're getting to about the time when the wife will start coming in and glaring at me and looking at a watch. And so we'll better give things away.
Yeah. So yes, I'll lock it on me because it's me doing that. Hello. Yes, it's time to give away some shizzle from last week. If you remember, not last week, but from the Christmas show. If you remember, we had 2 kits to give away. I'll show you what those are in a minute. And we asked you to put comments on last week's, or the last show, the Christmas 4-hour live build special. If you have not done that, fail. Go and do it now. Go and do it now. You two.
Just says, "Oh, quick, got to go comment."
Yeah.
Go comment.
There were 2 prizes. There's going to be 2 comments. I'll do a screen share, and I shall quickly show you what we are giving away today. So let's have a look at what you could have won. Let me find. Oh, look at that! Oh dear! Oh dear!
That was a coincidence. Is that, would that mean that's in stock?
Oh dear! That happens to be in stock.
Slap it in your basket.
Oh dear! We've just shown the internet that Dora's that'll be sold by tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oops! I didn't mean to have that open.
No.
Accidentally.
Yes. If you don't know about this, if you've been looking for a Dora, just very very quickly, this kit is long since out of production. It's never guaranteed that eModels will get one or when they will get one. We don't even know how many they've got. They might have 1, they might have 2. They're out of production. They're like hen's teeth. If you find one and you want one, you have to snap it up. So they do have one. They tend to sell out really, really quickly. Like normally when we show one in the show, it's gone by the morning. So right now, the guys in the picking and packing team are going, oh, Lord.
Yeah.
because somebody's got to heft this into the back of a van tomorrow.
Yeah.
So if you've been after a Dora, it's 1/35th scale.
They'll be phoning each other up now, won't they? Where did you put that big roll of paper?
Yeah, it is quite literally. There's a picture of old John packing it up.
And John's a normal sized person.
Yeah. Now keep in mind, it may not come with that box exterior.
It may not come with John.
It probably won't come with John. But yes, it may not come with that box exterior because they tend to. That's the original packing, which these things go round and circulate round to get sold. So sometimes they don't come with. They did a reprint of them for a little while that didn't have that packaging. So that's an old photograph. So don't panic if it turns up in a big brown box. That's just the way it comes. But if you've been after one, it's in stock. It may not be in stock for long. They may have one. They may have two. It's unlikely they'd have three. So if you've been after one, it's a museum quality. It is the biggest plastic model kit in the world. And there's nothing like it. So if you've been looking for this, yeah, you've got a chance now. We don't know if they'll ever have one again. We always say that, and somehow they managed to find one, but you never know. It could be the last time. So stick it in your basket. So there you go. Anyway, yes. So getting on to the important stuff. Previously on Lost, we were giving away two things: the Bandai 1/144 scale Star Wars AT-AT, which is of course the puppy dog. You want to make a little plastic card cone of shame to go around its head, really, don't you? It's the plastic AT-AT, like we were saying in the show earlier on. If you've never made a Bandai kit, Bandai Star Wars kits are the most accurate Star Wars kits you will ever make. They are more accurate than the fine molds kits, which are no longer at production. Forget Revell and everybody else. They're garbage compared to the Bandai stuff. The Bandai stuff is the most accurate. Also, it's push fit, so it's the most fun. So you can win this. If you wanted to win this, you have to put a comment in the Christmas show video that just simply said, what was it?
Just a Star Wars type theme or a Digger type theme, wasn't it?
Yeah. Basically, just go and put any kind of Star Wars or sci-fi related comment in the chat if you want to win this one. You can win one or the other. Yeah. The other prize?
Yeah. Remember, terms and conditions apply. You can only win one prize.
Yeah. It's got a fully detailed cockpit and gefarten. The other prize was, of course, this TACOM 1/72 scale M1070 and M1000 with a D9R. I don't know what any of that means, but it looks awesome. And it's still pretty big, even though it's 1/72. So if you wanted to win this big bad boy, look at that. It's basically an Israeli space bulldozer. If you wanted to win this big bad boy, you had to put a comment that had something to do with diggers or bulldozers or builders or something like that. And just look at that. You could Warhammer that perfectly. Look at them tracks.
Look at the weathering possibilities.
That's like a servo hauler. If you know your Warhammer, that's basically a servo hauler with armor on it. So yeah, so go to the Christmas show from last week. Put a comment about diggers or anything like that. Or if you want the AT-AT, to put a comment about space or sci-fi or Star Wars or something. And you have approximately some seconds, because I'm going to refresh this page in a moment. And once that page is refreshed, you're done. So right now...
Oh, yeah. Why pick a picture of Chris's build and not mine or Colin?
I don't know, because it's just, that's wherever it stopped. There was no embarrassing face shot that I could use.
Yeah.
There you go. So yeah, this is the show from last... Yeah. This is a show I loaded up earlier on. There were, when we started the show, 83 comments. I'm not going to refresh it now because it'll load an advert, and I don't want to have an advert on eModels show. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the URL and I'm going to put it into the YouTube random comment picker that picks YouTube comments randomly from YouTube at random. And I can't see it because my camera's in the way, so I may press the wrong button.
Something got copied in.
YouTube.com, watch, blah, blah, blah. There we go. So let's load the comments. There are. If you've not done it now, you're out of luck. There we go. We have 97 comments since we started. So that's not bad. You've got an extra 10 comments. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick one first. Now, if we pick one comment and say the AT-AT gets one, and then we pick another comment and it's another AT-AT comment, we're going to ignore it and go for the next one. So do one of each. You can't win both.
Can't win.
So we'll see which one goes first. Are we ready? Someone want to give me a countdown or something, or?
Yeah, well, we used to get the countdown wrong, so just go for it.
3, 2, 5, 9, 12. Bing, there you go, spong. Stefan Lass says, no spoilers except on cars. That was the Star Wars comment because we said no
Star
spoilers.
Wars, yeah.
So, Stefan Lass, you have won yourself the Bandai 144 scale Star Wars AT-AT. Well done.
Congratulations, mate.
Yeah, you need to send an email to ted@emodels.co.uk. Please say that you have won the AT-AT. It's hashtag 01205. Put that in the title. Just put I won the AT-AT 01205. I don't know why I keep saying 8080 at 01205, and we'll forward that on to the guys at eModels, and they will get that sent. Include your name and your address, and if you know, I know your name is Stefan Last, but if you win anything, by the way, and your YouTube name is different to your real name, include both in the email so we know who you are, so we can double check you are the person that won it. So that's hashtag 01205, the 144th AT-AT. Well done. Next up, let's see who gets the Israeli space bulldozer. Are we ready? A 3, a 2, a 3, a 2, a 1, and...
Yeah, it usually works.
Yeah, Lynn Dipple. Ooh, dig it. Good.
Yeah.
Well done, Lynn. Dig it, Don. Don dug it. Happy New Year, says Lynn Dipple, who's not actually watching right now. But Lynn Dipple, well done. You have won yourself
A big digger.
You've won yourself a great big digger.
Yeah, I know she usually catches up, doesn't she? Either on catch up or if she's not in live, she'll catch it on catch up.
Yeah, she'll find out.
Say you've not won anything now.
Yeah, Lynn's always like, I never win anything.
Yeah.
So well done, Lynn. You've won yourself all that goodness.
Well done.
Yeah. What do you need to do?
We'll send it to me, and I'll eventually send it on to you, Lynn. So don't worry about it if you don't see it for a few months. So yeah.
No, they'll just send it to Lynn. They'll be fine. They'll absorb that cost. But yeah, so well done. You need to send an email to ted@emodels.co.uk. The address is always at the top of the screen, up there in the top left. ted@emodels.co.uk with your name and your address, and put in the title that you've won the tank transporter hashtag. What is it? Hashtag
The big
05002.
right.
Yeah, so just put down I've won the tank transporter hashtag 05002, and then the guys at eModels will know what that is, and they'll send it out to you.
Yeah.
So well done.
Yeah, great. Yeah. £100 over. Yeah, we did say, wasn't there? There was over £100 worth of kit gone out there.
Yeah. So well done to both of you two.
Congratulations.
Yep. We do expect, of course, when you get these, that you build them up and make them look awesome. And do, of course, when you get a chance, send some pictures to the eModels Facebook page, eModels Ltd on Facebook.
Yep.
And we'll happily post them up and show people how you got on.
Yeah.
Or just send us a picture. Send us a picture. Go on, Ted. Sorry.
I was just going to say probably the same as you. Send us a picture when you receive it of you
Yeah,
holding.
this is what I won.
Yeah. I shall stop sharing. Hang on. How do you stop sharing? You press that button.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah. So send a photograph in of you with the box going. And then we'll post that up, or they'll get them to post it in the eModels page.
Yeah, well done.
Well done.
Huh?
Yay.
Wow, right. Well, it's about the end of the evening now because we need to lie down and gin.
Lie down and gin. Well, by that you just mean gin.
Yeah, well, intravenously fed gin.
Yeah.
Until next time. Yeah, because my brain starts to shut down about this time of night, and I can't think anymore. So yeah, so I think we've done everything, haven't we?
We've had the giveaways. We've had the things. The what's in store. We've done the bench and bellies.
Yeah.
A bunch of bellies.
Yeah.
I'm just checking that we've had no more messages come through.
No messages to say give away something else.
Yeah, no.
No, I've just had a look now. There's no Skypiness.
Yeah, probably Pete hasn't returned from the Bahamas yet because the sun hasn't come out. You know.
Either that, or he's not quite in his cups enough just yet. Or maybe Mrs. Pete Mate is there.
We'll leave it until the same time next week when we'll do it all again and probably talk about different things and probably talk about the same things and what else.
Hang on, let me do a quick button test to make sure they're working.
Slap it on.
Yes, they're working fine.
I think we've done well this week, though, because we even spoke about a bit of modelling.
Did you do well?
It might be the start of a new year. We might end up talking about modelling every week.
Yeah, we're going to have to put a sharp stop.
Probably not.
Yeah,
No, but Colin, there is one thing you haven't said yet.
Fork handles.
Good girl.
Yeah, so don't worry. Next week, you two can have another go at winning an eModels mug.
Models move. Hang on, we've got lies in the chat. We've got horrendous lying in the chat going on. Speedy Q8 says fabulous professional presentation as usual, gentlemen. Just lies.
Yeah, it should be
I'll have some of what he said.
I know. What's he been watching that I've not been watching?
yeah, it's been on a different channel.
I know.
Ain't our show.
Is he watching Doctor Who on catch up or something?
Yeah.
Right. Yes, right. Let's leave it. Let's shut down. Let's go and have a debrief afterwards. Remember, stay behind for the debrief, guys, because I need to have words. You know,
Okay, words. Oh dear.
there's been too much model making talk tonight.
Is
We're
that
in
like a
trouble,
word?
aren't
You gave us a word on Sunday morning, Ted, and it was most disconcerting.
Yes. Can I see you in my office after the show, please?
That wasn't the word you gave us on the Sunday morning, but never mind.
No.
Right, we'll leave it for tonight, everybody. Thank you very much for joining us and joining in with the eModels live stream. Remember, eModels.co.uk is the website you want to go and have a look at and buy all the nice things.
Yeah, your one-stop shop for all your model making needs. That was my Radio 4 quiet soft voice in your ear.
That just didn't sound unsettling at all.
Not at all right.
Yeah, you should try it with headphones. You should try it with the headphones.
So now, while we all go off and switch off our screens, and Colin sits back and reads us a bedtime story in his dulcet tones.
Oh, yeah, a bit of Shakespeare.
Yeah.
What, my darling?
Do you want a dry slap?
And we'll leave it before this degrades any further. I will say good night and see you all again next week. So good night, everybody. I will see you.
Safe.
Bye.
Good night, everybody.
Salam.
Bye.